Hello. There we go. There's the game. Thank you for the sub. Tilda, tilde, gamers, greeting, tilde, tilde. Data loaded. Seeds of life lost. Shining in the dark sea of chaos, there is a faint glimmer of light. It is the stuff of creation, a sinister pulse that might just become a new monster, but that should rightly have been reborn as a human. That is what the soul seeds are. Each dying human is supposed to return to the chaos and then be reborn again, but the cycle is broken. Nothing can be born here but darkness. I watch as the workings of the universe crumble before me and know that the unseen power grows stronger with each death. Meow meow choco chow! Hello everyone, hello! We are returning to the return of lightning. I have games in my queue, but I wasn't ready to play any of them. But feel free to request more. I have to figure out how to set up the DS emulator, so sorry we're not ready for Style Savvy yet, but I'm really looking forward to doing that one. This is a game where we should not be walking around without time paused, unless we're doing something. Here, yeah, we are here on the potential eve of Twitter's death if you're watching the VOD. Yes. I will, yes. If you have any questions about the lore at all, please ask. I would love to try to explain it. I downloaded the emulator and then I did not download the game yet. I got partway there. Yeah, I figured I would just ask you when we're both online. Yes. Well, I will teach you everything you've already learned, if I can remember what you learned and what you didn't learn. Yes, so we have a long list of side quests to do in Luxarion, which is the city we are currently in, and we beat all the main quests actually already. All the main quests are beaten. So there's lots of side things to do. So the top level of this game, the world is ending. The cycle of life and death is broken. And we are appointed by the god Benevelza to try to reclaim, save as many souls as possible. And the easiest way to do that is to do quests for them and help people find peace and accept the ending of the world. Yes. So, Juliet's question. So what's the relationship between the farms and the ranches in the city? Are they geographically connected? Are they temporally connected? Or are there multiple cities even? Yes, so yes, there are two cities, and there are two wildlife areas left in the world. Let's see, let's get a map open. So, the cities are actually connected by trains. There is one train system that connects all the plots of land left in the world. Oh yeah, there's a world map. Yeah, so this is what is left of the world. This is what's left of Pulse, I suppose. So we've got the city that we're currently in, Luxarion, which is like a holy city. Then there's down here, this is Yusnon, which is like a party city. Yeah, and so they've connected by these rail systems, which are the only way to get through them, I think. There's also, between a few of them, there's also actually a highway left. But at the start of the game, we're actually locked from using that. I don't think anybody uses it. Yeah, and then there's two wildless areas. There's the Wildlands, which has Canopus Farms, which is that chocobo that the chocobo veterinarian works there. Then there's also a scientist station where they're examining old ruins. And then there's the Dead Dunes, which are like, it's buried in sand and it's old ruins underneath the sands, lost to time. Uh, yeah, do you like the Holy City or the Party City better? I feel like I think I like the Holy City better just because it has such a strong aesthetic to me. Like this particular ambient music is so it's like what I think of when I think about this game. You've never worked at a Holy City, but you have managed a Party City before. Yeah, I don't know. I think about the weird crooked checkerboard tiles and things in the city. But Euston is pretty cool too. Euston is very much like you know, like a Vegas or a Bluff. Just very made for tourists. And we have several quests to do in Luxarion, but I think a lot of them are actually in the morning because they're the kind of thing where you check in with an NPC once a day. We're still looking for this green carbuncle doll. Still haven't found it. We have to check all the clocks in the city. We've checked 7 out of 13. We have to find... We have to find the ingredients for medicine for this woman to give to her father. But we can't do that until the shop opens tomorrow. That will make the medicine. We opened all of the... This man had us opening these weird glowing red chests, and he left before we could tell him that we opened all of them. This girl cries for money, and she's gonna slowly tell us her story as we check in on her for 3 days. This guy, we also just need to talk to him like once a day. Okay, this girl, though. Okay, we have to go to the Warren. Oh yeah, we have to talk to this man too. We have an update and this one I haven't found. Oh yeah, okay. There's a weird spectral figure on the other half of the city. So we need these gates to open. They won't open until midnight. 100% it? I would like to. I think it's possible. Whether we'll do that for the stream, I'm not sure, but we beat the main story already, so we just have side quests to do. And we're playing on easy, so we can, like, pause time and stuff. Okay, let's run to the clock tower. I think that'll be the best way to go. Let's go this way. We're out of juice to pause time, though, so no more time pausing now. We have to just do regular old time management. Did I already look at this clock? I guess I did. Okay. Out of time juice, cry emoji. Yeah. EP, we're out of EP. Oh, what's the button? There we go. Rapid fire. Oh, poor.
Now redemption is yours.
Okay, so there's a ghost next to the clock tower. There's a clock tower. It's not really late at night though. It's only like it's almost 11 p.m. I guess that's late. I don't know what this game considers late at night because you like are running around all night long. Is there a ghost here to talk to? What is that? Clock seems... Oh, we can check the clock for the quest to check all the clocks. 8 out of 13 clocks checked. Okay. I keep thinking I can talk to that man that's like clipping into the thing, but no. Can't help but feeling like this game is being like less responsive and laggier than normal. But I felt that about Fortnite the other night. I don't know if it's really happening. I feel like I probably have to stop playing Fortnite on the Switch. And like switch to using it on the computer. Because the lag just feels worse. So, like, this was the first game I ever played. Probably graduating to PC Fortnite, yeah. This is like the first game I ever played where there was, like, environmental music like this, where you, like, you walk near someone and you can hear them playing guitar. Well, now it's, like, a little broken, but that's okay. This and Inquisition, I was just, like, so wowed, like, the first time I saw that. I was like... I can't believe this. This is so cool.
I hear rumors of the murder victims returning from the beyond. You know, the ones killed by the children of Etro. Apparitions go against the Order's beliefs. I suspect this is all nothing more than
A Switch Lite, it just seems so small. Those are so small. Yeah, and the weight of your hands, yeah. But using it on a... Yeah, but using... Yeah, exactly. Using the Switch on a screen is so nice. I am not really a handheld console person. The Switch is my first ever handheld console. And I have used... Most of the time, when I'm using the Switch, I am using it on a screen. I'm using it plugged in to something. I was hoping maybe there would be a clock in here. So I gotta check all the clocks. Haven't used your Switch much lately. You're finally accepting that's just not very comfortable in my hands. Yeah, I mean, it is like a little heavy. I don't know. I find that I'm using an Xbox controller right now. I think that's like too big for my hands. I guess there's no clocks in here. That would be weird to have inside a cathedral, I guess.
When those saintly figures appeared into this barren world, the first new light in centuries, they brought us all hope.
Darkness brought here by the children.
Guess there wasn't... Oh, wait, Vanille's here. Vanille.
Not much for me to do around here.
Oh, let's ask Vanille a bunch of questions.
Me and Fang, we woke up 13 years ago. Lumina was the one that found us back then. All confused. You can imagine why. We were asleep in crystal for 1,000 years after all. maybe even longer than that. You know, a lot of people died because of what we did in the past. I think that's why we were called back, to make amends. We were brought back for the end of the world, to pay our debts. But we needed you. The world did. I've been waiting all these years for you to come back to us, Lightning. The Savior's coming means that the end is finally here. I'll get to
She just got a hat.
last. It will all be over.
Yeah, Vanille just got a hat.
Talk about something? Fang used to live here too, when we woke up. But she left for my sake, to find an ancient relic of the gods, something I desperately need before the end comes. The Holy Clavis. It's somewhere in the Dead Dunes, and we have to have it before the last day. She knows that. I thought she'd be back in no time, but the days stretched into weeks, into months. And now it's been years. She never came back in all that time, not even once. I know that she said she didn't like the Order much. That much was for certain. Or maybe she's just given up on me. It seems like Fang's having a good time, though. My bit of crystal shows me that much, at least. I'm glad that she's out there somewhere living, laughing. I'm the one who's been given the means to atone for what we did, not Fang, not anyone else, so I have to. I have to pay for our sins.
Oof. I know we shouldn't judge given all the outfits Lightning wears, but... See, the thing is, Vanille has to have a weird hat so it fits her pigtails, you know?
I've heard what they say about me. The people see me as some kind of curiosity. They call me a saint, and they say that I can talk to chaos. But I'm no saint. I can't talk back to the voices. Only listen. When I woke up, I could feel them in the chaos. The dead. And hear their cries of pain. I want to do something with this power I was given. That's why I've stayed here, within the cathedral's walls. I'm not a prisoner. Really, I'm not. This is what I've chosen for myself. I won't leave. I was given this power so I could atone to the dead. I want to do that. I owe them that. But I still need one more thing before I can. That's why I chose to stay and work with the Order. They can get me what I need to atone.
Vanille's talking about her ultimate sacrifice you're gonna make, and you two are just roasting her on her choice of headwear. Of course, pigtails. Can't get rid of those over 1,000 years. The hat equivalent of a craft single. A hat-like product. Yeah, Robbie's right. What did Vanille do to deserve this bullying? Well, she thinks she deserves to feel the suffering of everyone who's died over the past 500 years. So maybe she would agree with you.
I want to see them every day, but I can't. Saz left the cities and is living quietly out somewhere in the wilds, Lumina says. Snow's the patron now, and he can't just leave Yusnan. And Hope, he disappeared years and years ago. None of us know where he went. Hope was a leader of the people, way back when the chaos began enveloping the entire world. He's the one who kept society together. But then he just disappeared. It was almost worse than if he'd never been there at all. People panicked. Some people think that God summoned him back to his side, but that's just hope. Wishful thinking. Everyone wants to believe that he went someplace better. That's all. I wanted to get everyone together, to meet you when you came. But everyone's gone their separate ways now. Sorry. It's a bit
Gosh.
embarrassing.
Vanille, you really intend to do this right? The soul song?
So you heard it all from Fang, I guess. No more reason to try to hide things. The Holy Clavis isn't a key to anything. It's more like a coffin. It'll draw in the souls of the dead to bring them the peace they deserve. The rites we perform on the final day will summon all the souls here, to me. And then we will wash away their regrets and anger with the holy light of God.
And wipe them out as if they never were. That's how your light will save them.
I know, but if I don't do anything, they'll all keep suffering inside the chaos. Forever.
And you, What will happen to you after the ceremony kills you?
I'll disappear, like the rest of the dead. My existence wiped from all memory. It seems right.
So that's it?
When Fang and I woke 13 years ago, it was into a dying world. Since then, we've seen the destruction spreading, the end rushing closer. No one can stop what's coming anymore. So let me end their suffering. It's all I can do now. I'll end the suffering in this world, and you'll help create a new one.
Oof, rough life Vanille has.
Have you come to give penance? Is it true the Shadow Hunters patrolling the town? So the children of Etro have finally been eradicated.
Oh, good. Door's unlocked. Good.
My kind of fashion.
Okay, so we gotta get back to the other side of the city before midnight. Well, maybe not before, but at midnight, so that we can go in here to the Warren.
That's slick.
Oh, quest.
You look like you're enjoying yourself. Good book?
It's my journal. I've written in it for years. I read through it every day. Reminds me of the past. I'm retired, so I have plenty of time on my hands.
Those are all yours? Every single one?
I've been writing for 500 years now. That adds up, you know. The memories. I've experienced so much in those years. I've really led a great life. Nowadays, I find joy in reading about the past and enjoying freshly baked delicious muffins. That's all a simple man like me really needs.
The simple pleasures in life for a simple man.
Absolutely, yeah. Oh, speaking of freshly baked muffins.
Fresh out of the oven, just the way you like them.
Excellent. Thank you very much, young man.
You say that to me every day. Change it up a little, will ya?
Oh, I'll think of something different for you tomorrow. Let me see here. There you go.
Thanks. See ya.
Marlin bakes the most mouth-watering muffins. They're exquisite. He even delivers them to me here personally every day.
That's nice. You two seem like you're old friends.
Well, I'd like to think we're more than that. Talking to him always cheers me up. I've never had a family of my own. To me, that friendly boy who brings me muffins every day is like the son I never had.
Great memories, great food, and great friends. What more do you need? Looks like you're all set.
Indeed I am. I know we don't have much longer in this world, but even if everything ends tomorrow, I'll have no regrets. Well, except for one little thing. It's about these journals. Well, I'm afraid I lost the first one some time ago. It chronicles the first 50 years of my life. 50 years.
You want it back, of course.
Yes, I do. I don't suppose I could ask. Well, do you think you could look around for it?
The Avid Reader. Every day on Pilgrim's Passage, near South Station, a quiet, dignified gentleman called Ranulph can be seen engrossed in his journal and nibbling on muffins brought to him by the baker Marlin. Ranulph's life is contented and ordered, marred only by one small wrinkle. The notebook containing the entries from the first 50 years of his life is missing. Perhaps Lightning can find it for him. And I will accept the quest.
Sure, why not? I'll take a look. How will I know it's yours?
My name is written on the cover. I don't think you you should have any problems recognizing it. Oh, and I'd like to ask you not to read it if you find it. Not to say my life has been all that exciting.
Of course. It'll be tricky to find, though. Is there anything else that might help? Do you remember where or when you lost it?
Well, it's a bit of a long shot, but I may have donated it with some of my old books by mistake a long time ago. If memory serves, they went to a woman named Mitka. She runs a secondhand shop, or used to. I'm afraid I don't know where she is now, or what she's doing.
This guy's singing that theme song from the starting area in Final Fantasy 13 too. Should we pick out a new outfit? Yeah, let's just replace this, because this scheme is bad. So. Red Mage. I do love the Velvet Bouncer also. The soldier outfit, Cloud's outfit. People were complaining about Lightning wearing it, saying it was like too sexualized, and it's just that she's wearing a fitted shirt and she's a woman. That's it. Nothing different about it, actually. And there's the Lara Croft outfit. Cosmo Crater. Moogle outfit. Two of Yuna's outfits. So many samurai outfits. They do. They just hate to see 11 succeed. I never use this white mage schema. I'm kind of curious about it, actually. Let's try it out. Let's see. I bet we have something better than the starter sword. We have a Death Herald, which is pretty good. I'll clip that for now, and then let's see what do we got to compare it with. Buster Sword. Doesn't give any magic, so probably don't want that. The pickaxe from Laura. This has got some women's bodies on it. This doesn't have stagger power on it. Summoner staff. Wow. We probably want to use one of those Death Herald ones. Oh, or this. Quick Stagger on the Chaos's Revenge. But that's equipped on something else. Oh man. What about a white mage with a huge Buster Sword, though? What about that? Or we could put the Bone Cracker on this. Shardblade. A weapon seized from a wild reaver that roamed the lands. Oh, it's got auto regen. Yeah, I love to see a healer with the sword so big it's a shield. Yeah, and this has cast regen for the first 15 seconds of battle. Which doesn't matter in this game mode because we're always fully healed and easy when we get into a battle, but it's still fun. The double cross. I think we can do better than this too. It's also just like the starting shield. This is so big. Abyssgate. The fool who tries to fight at the gates of hell will die in the embrace of the Lord of the Underworld. I mean, I guess that's the moral of Hades, right? This, oh, that's equipped on something. Probably like one of these. Probably good. Resist magic damage, shatters ailments resistance, guard efficiency. This makes us faster. Oh, this looks nice. Okay, what do we got? Magic resistance all the way down. I don't know about that. What does that do? Restores 2 of ATB to standby schemata when you deal physical damage. That's cool, but not really what we need. Makes it slightly less likely that you will recoil when taking damage and be unable to attack. Resist ice damage. Magic plus 15%. That's pretty nice. Ooh, this makes status ailments do more damage. What is this? Increases the number of combo finales for physical attacks by 1. Reduces maximum HP by 66%. That's wild. I should really go back to playing with these more. But I think we're just going to do the one that gives us more magic. Because this is not equipped on anything. Alright, Resisty Faith, Resisty Brave, Tithed Faith. Triggers Faith by reducing 5 HP by 5% at the start of battle. Well, we have regen at the start of battle with this sword, so we should do one of those Tithe Faith ones. Or Tithe Shell. Let's do Tithe Faith. Now, what kind of hat or something do we want? Glasses, beret, top hat, bunny ears. Some of these accessories are questionable. We could have a tail. Could have a Moogle on our head. Moogle hat. Weird ears. How's this for White Mage? Oh, this is cute. It kind of matches. Yeah, I'm gonna wear this hat. Alright, so we got Dispel, and we got Quick Ruin. Oh, it's got bad stagger power. Let's see. I think, we should put like a fire on it if we're gonna be in this area. I guess the stagger power on it is fine, actually. Strength in numbers plus 16%. Increases damage dealt by 16% when facing 3 or more enemies. This effect cannot be multiplied regardless of how many abilities you set. Well, let's just get a normal fire. And fire... Actually, no, this is the slot I normally do a guard on. So we'll equip a guard. Oh, we got both meta guards equipped. Let's... Oh, an evade? That's kind of fun. And then we'll put the fire here. Alright, now we're White Mage. And I'm gonna save so that I don't lose this schema. Alright, and we gotta go... Well, I guess we can run in this direction, because I don't know if I have earlier. And see if we can get any clocks that we missed. I think we're gonna have to run on the other side of town to find the rest. Oh, these things aren't weak to fire. What's this weak to? Ice.
No looking back.
Oh, and now we have enough EP to do a time freeze.
Just another obstacle. What's done is done.
Yeah, the end of the sword is like glass or something. I don't know, it's the sword that wild behemoths use. Oop, I did not mean to overclock. Well, that's a waste. You can't pause time anymore. I guess we can now. Got a little bit back.
This feels familiar. Will all be reborn. Thanks for
What's this? This is the Mikote outfit. It's still so funny. I love that they put the victory fanfare from other Final Fantasy games in it, based on the outfit. I love that. It's like how in Persona 5, the DLC outfits, the ones that are based on the other Persona games, play the other Persona music in battle. Okay, we're going the right way. We made it with plenty of time. I don't really seek rest.
It looked like she was taken by the goddess's disciples, that's for sure. But they could be in on it for all we know. It would be impressive if it was one big prank.
Ah, I didn't get the poll. This boy over here with cat ears, with question marks. Can't talk to him yet. She must be a lone wolf. That's what they say about my white mage outfit. Oh man, should I sell extra abilities I don't need? Maybe. What do I got that I don't need? Okay, I don't need, like, a billion light cards, probably. I don't know if these are even worth selling, but let's just get rid of a couple of them. Do I need a absolute billion deeper text? Probably not. There's just so many of them. So many D shells.
Thank you for your interest.
Alright, is it midnight yet? Almost.
This used to be Luxurian City Center.
It used to be such a prosperous city.
Go Polydog.
Someone stole my purse.
Wait, can I help? No?
My house is so far.
Okay, just a couple minutes. Oh my god! Is the girl just on the ground over here? She just tripped or something? Yeah, I need to, like... I can only have, like, what? Like, 10 schema at once? So if I get more than, like, 10 of the same skill, I can't even use them all. Okay. Open this door, please. 8 minutes.
What area is she from?
People are so mystified by this white mage outfit. What do you mean you didn't know it was a white mage outfit? Alright, so there's a guy we gotta talk to. I think he's over here. Somewhere.
You really should know your limit. Lackley. Hey, wake up.
Excuse me, but who are you? And how is it you know Lackley?
I don't know him too well, but he asked me to find his lost fiancée. I've come to tell him about this lead I found.
About Filiana? But where did...
At a restaurant in Yusnan. Apparently, there was an old woman working there who wore the same ring that Lackley gave to his fiancée. And when her health failed, that woman went to stay with a friend who lived in... Huh.
What is it? Is there something wrong with my hat?
According to the man I talked to at the restaurant...
All the hats in the game are like this.
The elderly lady was wearing an unusual hat. You seem familiar enough with Lackley. You also knew Filiana's name. Was it you?
Let me explain. Lackley and Filiana and I are friends from long ago. I'm Sela, and yes, I'm the one who escorted that old woman from the shop in Yusnan.
Care to tell me why?
Sure, but can we go elsewhere? I don't want Lackley to hear this.
There's a graveyard with no name. You know of it, don't you? It's beyond North Station, on the outskirts of town. Oh, good. He's still sleeping. Come to the graveyard later so we can talk.
Alright, meet her at the graveyard. Progressing on that quest. And we need to go check on the girl, cried Wolf. Oh, thank you for the hydrate. We might as well pause time.
You're nothing but the hunter's prey.
Oh man, my big finisher.
I follow the wind. Wish I had my bow.
Gertrude, you're just beating up a poor old woman. Yeah, I don't know why those robots are named Gertrude.
She's got some guts at least.
You're nothing but the hunter's prey.
More robots should be named that way. Not everyone has to be EGF 1000F or whatever. So true. Is there like a legendary, like, mythical figure named Gertrude or something? Let me check the... Oh, wait. I think we know why they're named Gertrude. I think it has something to do with the lore in this game, actually. But let's just double check. I guess Desmond, Gertrude, Desdemona. There was a guy who was using human souls to make robots. That's something that happened in this game. But anyway. Whoa. Is this it?
You. What's going on here?
I've seen her around. You don't want to mess with the likes of her. Run!
You must be Louise.
Yeah, like Eggman.
Take you home.
But who are you? Oh, wait. You're the nice lady on the phone, aren't you? I recognize your voice.
That's right. Finally we meet.
Thank you for coming to save me. Even after tricking you all those times, I feel bad about what I did. Really. I mean, all those calls before, they were just pranks.
It's not a prank anymore when you find yourself in real danger. Being kidnapped is serious. Do you realize you would have been killed if I hadn't shown up?
I think in my first playthrough of this game, she did die. We didn't get here fast enough.
I told the disciples I volunteer as tonight's sacrifice for the goddess.
What? Why on earth would you do something like that?
No, this is hard to explain. Okay, I know this is going to sound a little crazy, but just try and hear me out until the end. Please. The fact is, I lost faith a long time ago. This world has no future. We've waited for hundreds of years for God or the Savior, and neither has shown up. No one knows if there's a tomorrow. Everyone just lives for themselves. No one cares about anything or anyone. So I had to find out if there was still hope.
What do you mean?
It wasn't bad, okay? I
put it all on the line to see if people were really worth believing in anymore. I've pulled my share of pranks and caused trouble, and I've learned that most people will put up with your tricks a couple of times. But no matter how good I act, how much I cry, and how much I beg, no one ever trusts me the third time around.
I wonder why.
When to quit, so I made a bet.
Let me get this straight. You purposefully set me up twice and bet your life on me and my morals. Wagering I'd go against your expectations. You were betting on me to answer your third call.
If you did, then I'd be able to keep holding on to hope. I'd want to keep on living.
That's ridiculous. Do you even understand how lucky you are to be alive? You wouldn't be standing here talking to me if I hadn't made it in time.
I knew you'd come and save me, though. Don't ask me how, but I knew that you were a good person.
What made you think that? You don't know me at all.
I know. I just believed in you somehow. Maybe because I wanted to. I wanted to believe there was still hope in this dying world. And look what happened! You came through for me, just like I knew you would.
All of a sudden I feel like a pawn in your game, and you're the one playing both sides.
That was silly. Well, maybe a little. But I'm trying to thank you. I'm glad there are still people like you in the world. You inspire me to keep my faith in humanity.
In that case, you're welcome, I guess. I'm glad to hear that all that running around was worth something. Remember, your life is valuable. Don't ever forget that.
I promise I won't. And I'll never do anything like this ever again. Thank you. There may not be a lot of time left, but if we all hang on to hope, we can make the future a better place. It might sound a little cliche, but it's true. That's what I think.
Alright, let's double check the quests. Okay. Are there any clocks in this area that we need to...
Just another obstacle. What's done is done.
Me listening to Friends to the Table, are there any clocks I need to be aware of?
See you never.
Then he got back to the Shadow Hunt. I always knew he'd be coming from...
Okay. And we gotta go to the graveyard.
Just another obstacle for the new world.
Oh, evade didn't work. Just another Gertrude.
Your journey doesn't
Nearing 100k channel points. Oh my gosh.
Houston's a nice place too. It's glamorous and exciting.
Oh, we have the same hat.
Travel is to live.
Yeah, so many tricks, yeah. Okay, we already have this clock.
Thanks for coming. Before I tell you anything,
Brick my OBS with so many
information
trick
on
requests.
Blackley?
That depends on what you have to say.
I suppose that's fair enough. I hardly know where to begin, though.
How about I start then?
The monster that spawned in the background.
Yusnan had the same ring as Lackley's, the same as his fiance's. Why?
For the most obvious reason, of course. That old woman was none other than Filiana, the person Lackley's been trying so hard to find. After she left him, she began working under a fake name.
That's surprising. The way Lackley described her. Well, she's not what I expected.
He wasn't lying. She was a real beauty, once. We don't know how or why, but something happened to her. In this world where everyone stopped aging, she was the one and only person who managed to grow old over the past years. It began right around the time she and Lackley first got engaged.
But why? Why would it be possible for one person alone to escape the stasis in this world? And are you saying that's why she left Lackley and disappeared from his life?
She said the last thing she wanted to do was become a burden to him. But I know she missed him. She always wanted to know how he was doing. She loved nothing more than hearing stories about him, no matter how banal they were. Back when she could still walk, she told me how she would sometimes pass by him in the streets. She never said anything to him, and he never could have guessed that the old woman he saw was his beloved fiancée.
That's why he never found her after all this time, no matter how hard he searched.
Yes. Year after year, she aged more and more, and her body began at last to fail. She's free from that pain now. Finally.
I see. I'm glad she was able to find peace.
No!
No! Lackley!
I wouldn't have cared how old my Filiana looked. I loved her with every fiber of my being. My only wish was to spend every day with her.
Why did she leave him?
Filiana, why did you have to? No!
So she was just like a burden on her friend instead of a burden on the man who loved her? Like, she could have been, they could have worked together to take care of her instead of putting it just on one person.
Sela,
Oof.
don't worry about me. Remember what you told me before when we met? If there's still hope in this world, maybe I'll find Filiana, right?
Yeah, I remember saying that. So now I've just proven there's no hope.
No, that's not what I'm saying at all. I'm saying I need to find my own hope for me. I can't wait around for any god or savior. And even if my hopes get dashed or they never come true, at least in my heart I'll know she's watching over me from somewhere. I'm done being a fool who runs to the bottle every time something goes wrong. That's not me. I want to show Filiana wherever she is that I'm still the man she fell in love with. The man I used to be. That's what she would want. Could you give me that ring?
Here. Thank you. You've helped me find some hope of my own, while I was supposed to be looking for yours.
Exotic shades. Monster time.
Time claims us all.
I just came to visit my Filiana for a while.
All right, let's see. I'm not sure how many of these other ones we can do in the middle of the night. Some of these other ones, though, the ones in Yusnan we could do.
No looking back. Eyes to the future.
If we can fight enough monsters, we could get enough EP to teleport. I should change schema so we don't have to take so long in these fights. Should put a physical attacker in my queue. We're almost to 2 though. Just like one more fight. Come on, one more monster spawn, please.
Feel like dying.
Okay, now we can teleport. Let's teleport to Yusnan. Fire in the sky. The brilliant, multicolored blooms in the night sky have healed one young man's sorrow. Couples in love have always been drawn to fireworks. It was true in Bodum, and it is true here in Yusnan. Playing the part of his beloved helped me save that young man's soul. But so too did the fleeting beauty of the fireworks, whose bright bursts cauterized the pain of the past. I wonder, does Snow order these nightly shows in a bid to ease the hurt of losing Sarah? Right, gem merchant.
Sorry, I'm all out of desert flames right now.
Oh, darn.
I hope you can make everyone's wishes come true. Everyone!
Darn, don't have all this stuff yet.
I have special powers I use to transform into a beautiful human lady.
Okay, so we need to... Let's see. We need to... make it to the other side of the city. We need to go to the Augur's Quarter. Meow meow choco chow. Alright. Should we wear the outfit the Chocobo girls in the city gave us? While we're walking around Yusnan.
Soda show went off with a real bang. Not that I know anything about that. I've never seen your face before. Or that's what I
We need a Meow Meow Choco Chow redeem like the Uwu one. JK, JK. I mean, those are easy to put in if they're just channel points redemptions. We can have as many of those as we want. I thought you were about to say emoji, and we'd have to pick one to replace. The only shop we'll ever need. I bought everything from here already. Oh no. But he's right though. The Velvet Bouncer is such a good outfit.
Thanks for dropping in.
Everyone, Chocobo. I know. I'll sing a song for my very special friend. Here goes. Chocobo, choco, choco, chocobo. Choco, chocobo. Choco, chocobo.
Thank you, Chocobo girl. Thank you. Alright, we gotta find...
So, how's my little chocobo doing? Is she happy?
We gotta find all the Chocobos. We only found some of them. And I don't mean Chocobo girls. We gotta find actual baby Chocobos. The Chocobo girls in Yusnan are braver than any U.S. Marines. Alright. Gonna run down here and take a left. Hello.
If I had the money, I'd buy a bundle and set them all off with a bang.
We stand now in the Revelers' Quarter. No other place bustles quite like it, not even here in Yusna. The entertainment and the views are the best in the city.
If I could have ever grown up, I would have liked to become a Chocobo girl too.
Oh, that's so sad. What's happening?
How the hell have we been at this 20 months? That's crazy to me. It feels like we just started this a couple months ago.
Yeah, no, it's been almost... It's gonna be 2 years in March.
Oh dear, what shall I do? I gave Olga my latest song. But do you know what she said? It wasn't good enough.
But she's singing now.
Hello and welcome. We keep only the best in stock here. Oh, you'll be back.
It's Sarah's favorite song. Okay, so we gotta get to... We gotta get in there.
Until the Augur's Quarter is up and running again, I'll be here helping the city and my savings. This little business here only survives with some friendly give and take. So you can give and I'll do the taking.
Chocobo! I know. I'll sing a song for my very special friend. Here goes. Chocobo, choco, choco, chocobo. Cho chicka chocobo. Cho chicka chocobo.
This game. This city. Hello. Now loading. Okay.
I've got some good news for you. I found all of your
Oh, good. We found all of them.
You have? And all of them? They're safe and sound?
Howdy.
What a kind human you are. Look, can you see? My friends are saying thank you as well.
You're welcome.
All those chocobo chicks.
I didn't know what to do, so I prayed. I prayed for someone to help me, and that I wouldn't be taken away from my friends.
Don't lose them again.
Oh, I won't, I can promise you that. We're never gonna let that happen again. And now it's time for me to return to my normal form. Thank you, Savior.
So, if you don't remember, this girl came up to us, she said, I'm a chocobo that was turned into a human, and I lost all my friends. And we had to go and find all the baby chocobos around. And Lightning was like, what do you mean you're a chocobo who was turned into a human? That's not true. And turns out it was.
They just turned back into a chocobo? How did you do it? Light, do you know what happened here?
Beats me. I'm just as surprised about this as you are. Maybe the person we talked to was just an illusion, created by this little one's desire to be with her friends again.
There she is with all of her friends, and they're dancing synchronized. Rainbow chocobos.
Isn't anyone interested? Come on, people. Wow! I can't believe you were able to collect so many. Okay, now give me a minute while I look through them.
So this girl needed to see more accessories.
I've been doing wrong all this time. I'm gonna go change.
She asked
Back in a sec.
us to collect accessories and show them to her.
Okay, be completely honest. What do you think? Is this my new look? Am I new and improved?
It's good. A definite improvement.
We're both wearing cat ears.
I was hoping you'd say that. I know, there's still room for improvement. I still have a lot of work to do in the clothes department if I want to stand out. So, I hate to ask you for another favor, but can you collect more adornments for me? This is a really awesome start, but I need more inspiration if I want to be stage star amazing. Please, you have to help me out. Well, I see someone's been busy. Wow, everything's so sparkly and shiny. It's like sensory overload. Wait, hang on. Yes, I've got it. Another great flash of inspiration. Hang on while I change.
Yes, I'm a cat girl. Yes, I love other cat girls. Yeah, I saw that meme today. Yes, it's 2008.
What do you think? Pretty far out, huh? I've never dressed like this before. Oh, geez. You don't think it's too much, do you?
Depends on what you're trying to do. If you want attention and a bigger audience, I'd say you're on the right track.
Maybe you're right, but it's still not perfect. Oh, I just don't have the magnetic charisma that you have. I need something else. But what?
I never left Tumblr.
But can you run out
I'm still there.
more adornments? Just a few more should do it. I'm almost there, I know it. But I need one more jolt of inspiration. You'll
Oh boy.
I've got it. I am totally inspired. Which means it's time to slip into my final outfit. Wait here, okay? I'll be back super quick.
Oh my gosh.
What do you think? Say goodbye to the old lame Candace and say hello to the brand new amazing me.
I don't know exactly what I'm looking at, but it's effective. There's no question about that. I can't tear my eyes away. What else to say besides the fact
I
that it
can't
was
tear my
action?
eyes away.
Oh, I can see it now. All those people staring at me, asking themselves, who is that spectacular girl with the baton? Now that I have everyone's attention, are you ready for the most amazing baton twirling you've ever seen in your entire life?
Yes, please.
Well done, Light. But what are you gonna do with all those adornments? Maybe you could wear them yourself. If you followed her lead, you could attract just as much attention.
Oh, that's the worst idea you've ever had.
Hope that's the worst idea you've ever had.
I was taking it to the jeweler to have it set in a ring, you see. When I got there, I found nothing in my pocket but a hole.
Seems like something's troubling you.
Are you like a mind reader or something? Are you a witch? Well, how could you tell? How could you tell?
I could hear you talking to yourself.
Oh, you mean I said all of that out loud? I don't like bothering people with my problems. I usually bottle it up. I guess it slipped out.
Why don't you try sharing with me? It might make you feel better, and maybe I can help.
You wouldn't mind? Well, as long as you keep it a secret. You're friends with the Baton Girl, right? I'm talking about the divine Candace, of course. The thing is, I've been a huge fan of hers since way before she became as popular as she is now. Watching her twirl that baton with a big smile on her face, it fills my heart with cheer. The simple fact is, I adore her. I'm totally smitten, and I've decided to confess my love. Any day now.
So, why not today?
Because she might turn me down, or even worse, think I'm a creep. Then I couldn't sit here and watch her anymore. That would be awful. But I've got to do something. I can't go on living like this. So I've come up with a plan. I'm going to give her a present. That's what guys do, right? Give presents to the girl they like? She's obviously into fashion, so I'm going to give her an adornment. You know, something trendy she'd like.
Sounds like a good plan. What are you waiting for? Go get her the present.
I want to, but the adornment I want is so popular that you have to be at the shop right when it opens so you can nab one before they sell out. But I always have to work then, and I can't afford to take time off. If only I could get that present, I would totally go up to her.
Adoring Candace. The baton twirler Candace is the talk of the Augur's Quarter. Everyone knows her now, but her biggest fan remains Temeso. He wants to confess his love by giving Candace a present, but the shop is always sold out. Temeso is a busy young man, but maybe Lightning can go to the shop in his stead and buy the special adornment. Gift glasses. Accept quest. We have to get gift glasses.
I'll go and buy it for you.
You will? Thanks. If you did, I could talk to Candace. Here's the flyer from the shop. It has all the details you need.
Eye-catching adornments. Get your gift glasses, a set of 2 heart glasses, just for 4,000 gil. The most popular item of this season. They're a must-have for all you fashionista couples out there. Champions Quarter Market. Shop opens from 3 p.m. First come, first serve.
Oh, and don't forget to get it wrapped with a ribbon and everything.
Light, you're being unusually kind to these two.
Are you saying I'm usually not kind to people? I'm not sure what it is. There's just something about them that makes me want them to get together.
In that case, the right present should do the trick, I'd say.
Lightning wants to help these 2 young people get together.
Listen to you. All of a sudden, you're an expert on love. I haven't seen this side of you before, Hope.
I must know these things for a reason. Perhaps more memories that God has suppressed. Anyway,
at 3 p.m. Yeah, 3 p.m. Unfortunately, it's about to be 3 a.m., so we probably won't get to that this stream. I'm gonna go in here just in case there's any quests, but there's not gonna be. And then I guess we should go to the Champions Quarter. Or the Glutton's Quarter.
My fine lady, what will you be needing? It has been a pleasure.
I think we don't have time to go to the Champions Quarter and actually fight today, unfortunately. Oh! Okay, the game did that weird thing that it did last stream where it kind of froze and then makes it so I can't see my OBS preview. But I guess that's fine. I can see it update on my phone. Okay, so we gotta go to the slaughterhouse. It's pretty far from here, honestly. I'll just buy all these, like, why not? I already know everything about those monsters, but... $2:30. Can we get there before 3? Oh my god, Mikote. They know. They play Final Fantasy 14 over here. Oh my god, we're so close. Can't talk to that Chocobo girl. We gotta just go.
You again? Are you going to...
Fight. A firework, yeah. Cost 10 minutes. Okay, we got this.
Then go and do the best you can.
We need to get a firework. Neither of us are monsters, though. Okay, what's the items button? I can't remember what my items button is it? LB and RB are... Oh, here we go. Oh, darn, we should have talked to the alchemist. We still have to do the stuff... I think we still have to do the stuff from the alchemist.
was a fine performance indeed. I'd welcome a star like you any night.
Got fireworks. Oh my god, can we talk to the alchemist before?
Ah, there you are. Well, well. Did you drink my nectar? How did it work? It didn't. Nothing happened. Bad or good. Interesting. Very, very interesting. It appears that by mixing the poisons, rather than creating a new effect, they simply neutralized each other. Well, it was kind of refreshing, but the effect was pretty subtle. It didn't lift curses or cure wounds. Refreshing! That would suggest a positive influence on your state of mind, just as I anticipated. I still believe my theory is sound. It is a simple matter of tweaking the ratios of the recipe. I'll make another batch right now. You want me to test it again? Of course I do. An alchemist does not give up the search for truth because of one little setback. No, science must plow forward through stormy seas no matter what, and you will join me on this journey of discovery. There, my new and improved concoction. I believe it will be especially effective in curing the effects of poison. Nectar Mark II. Use it in your next battle and then return and tell me how wonderful it is.
Experimental potion Nectar Mark II. During battle, drink the nectar when plagued with poison. The potion should work as an antidote. Report your findings to me. I don't think I get afflicted with poison very often in this game.
Are you going to end?
Yeah, sign me up again.
Then go and do the best you can.
I don't think that this soldier is gonna poison me, but we can see if he will. No weaknesses, no strengths. Just gun and sword. Just gun with sword added onto it. Nothing more intimidating than lightning in a cat girl outfit.
We'll meet in a different world.
Evil gun sword man. Having the stream volume on low makes this voice sound like it's coming from another room. It's really quiet when that happens. When she's like talking at the end.
That was a fine performance indeed. I'd welcome a star like you any night.
I have to make sure my phone is making noise or something. Okay.
The slaughterhouse opens its doors to spectators and contestants during the night's banquets. If you wish to join the lists, come when we're open.
Yeah, it just closed.
That poison she gave me knocked me out for the count, and now I'm short several days' wages.
That play about the Savior seems like it's a real hit. I hope I get to see it someday too.
This is the Champions Quarter, where the reckless and foolish come to fight fierce monsters for sport and for prizes.
Alright, let's go. So we have to eat a meal at every place in the Glutton's Corner. And we need to give an unfired firework to the wish board.
mighty savior, what can I do for you on this fine day?
Seeing the dawn. Up for a game? There's a hotel in the Revelers' Quarter of Yusnan. You should know which one. Anyway, every night at 7 o'clock I leave my lapis lazuli there, but only until 4 in the morning, when I take it back again. I'm gonna keep doing that until someone claims it. As for why, well, that's part of the game. You'll have to collect the lapis first if you want to know. From 7 until 4 a.m. Okay, well, is it 4 a.m. yet? Unfired rocket fireworks. Okay, so the firework that I got isn't the right kind. Yes, we know it's part of the game. So, the lapis is for night owls only. Okay, yeah, let's see. Where... That's kind of far away for... Oh, that's... I don't know if we can get all the way over there before 4 a.m. It's 3:38 right now. Yeah, I think we'll not do that. Okay, so what we gotta do is we gotta eat at every restaurant over here. Okay, guess we're doing that. Starting up here. Stand and sip. Oh my god, all these wine bottles are flat. Yes. Buy the cheapest thing, please. Green cherry.
From the elegant simplicity of straight spirits on the rocks to complex and fruity concoctions with little umbrellas, we serve all kinds of drinks. Cocktails can be served, chilled or warm, shaken or stirred. Everyone has their own preferences. We encourage customers to consult with our staff to create the perfect cocktail to accompany their evening.
So many precarious bottled JPEGs. You have mastered the way of the sommelier. Restaurants visited 2 out of 6.
Light, I'm glad you're enjoying all the food, but I hope all these rich meals don't slow you down.
Wow, Hope. I'm doing this to help a guy. Fishy flavors.
Fresh caught and delicious.
Starfish and chips.
We get our seafood fresh every morning. Comes straight out of the ocean. Tastes great raw or grilled. A chef is even more important when preparing uncooked dishes. The way you slice a tuna makes all the difference in the world.
You have mastered the way of the poissonnier. Visited 3 out of 6.
You're gonna be a real food connoisseur by the time this is over. You just have 3 more restaurants left to visit.
Step right up. Get the best meat and kebabs in Yusnan.
The he burger.
Our meat is shipped directly from the wildlands. We use only natural ingredients, none of that synthetic stuff. Grilling and roasting are the best.
Synthetic meat is good though.
In the juices and flavors, and we do that better than anyone else.
You have mastered the way of the rôtissier.
2 more places, Light, and you'll have managed to sample all the popular restaurants of the Glutton's Quarter.
Upstairs is the banquet of the welcome. We have a popular selection of sweets.
Fluffy flan.
Our customers come here to put down their shopping bags and rest their weary feet. Our cakes and sweets are the perfect pick-me-up for just about everyone. We put a lot of love into our cakes, and that's what makes them so good. They're like treats for your palate and soul.
You have mastered the way of the pâtissier.
Almost there, Light. You have 1 more restaurant left to visit.
Is it just the Banquet of the Lord left? It's gonna be like the most expensive food. I need it to become 4 a.m. so I stopped thinking about that lapis. There we go.
Welcome.
The snow special, please. Right, nothing happened. That wasn't where I already been here, I guess. You'll find an amazing selection of Yusnan's fireworks at Funicula's Fireworks. It's located on the Hawkridge Row in the Glens Quarter. Whoa, that was wild. It just showed me that girl.
Of course we have single rooms available, if needed.
I can hear a chest somewhere. Wolf's emblem. Oh, I didn't eat at the veggie place yet.
Come enjoy the healthy fruits of the earth.
Such commitment from this lady. Pea soup.
Even kids who hate greens love my veggie dishes. Vitamins in vegetables are determined by their color. You want a wide variety for a well-balanced diet.
You have mastered the way of the entretemetier.
Listening to scraps of advice from chefs won't make me an expert. Besides, most of what they told me was common sense, and they didn't tell me anything I hadn't heard before.
Maybe you should go back and talk to a real expert. Go to the Banquet of the Lord and see what Gordon Gourmet has to say.
Oh, do I have to do that instead of talking to CD?
Gordon Gourmet won't come to my restaurant? Well, it's not surprising. He's a very busy man. But I'd love to hear his advice.
Can I walk on that? No. Okay. Around we go with no music for some reason. But I guess it's almost 5 a.m. This is the 1 hour of time in Yusnan where people sleep.
This is the famous Banquet of the Lord, recognized by even the patron himself. Well, how goes the culinary tour?
I did what you suggested. I visited the top restaurants in the neighborhood.
That is excellent news. So now let me give you the advice I promised. If CD's restaurant wants to turn its business around... wait, let me ask you something first. You've eaten at CD's and at the best establishments in Yusnan. Why don't you tell me what you think is the main difference between the two? I'd be interested to hear your opinion. In your own words, of course.
Why? Is this some kind of test?
Yes, exactly. Now tell me, what did all the successful restaurants have in common that poor old CD's lacks?
Let me see. Everyone I spoke to was helpful. They seemed honest and open. I don't think they were lying to me, but something seemed off.
Oh, would you care to elaborate?
Well, it almost felt like they were hiding something from the customers. But it wasn't as if they were deliberately lying or trying to deceive anyone. In fact, I don't think they realized it themselves. They thought they were telling me everything they knew. Yes, that's it. It was unconscious, like an instinct. They were hiding something, but they weren't doing it deliberately at all. I'd say the very best chefs, restaurant managers, and bartenders all share some kind of secret. It's like a special ingredient that makes their food stand out from the others.
What a wonderful deduction. You have hit the nail on the head. To think you discovered this answer only after visiting a few establishments. It is as you say. The best, most successful restaurants have a certain je ne sais quoi, a secret something that makes their offerings unique. And finding that something, that is what I do best. In other words, if the restaurant does not already have a special something, then I simply cannot help it.
Then what about CD's? Do you think you can help him?
I can tell you this, the chef there already knows his secret. The talent is there to make that restaurant a success. Unfortunately for him, the secret spice that gives his dishes flair is extremely rare. He cannot secure supplies, and that is why he struggles.
Let me be specific. Once upon a time, CD's recipes all featured the spice commonly known as civet musk. But then supplies dried up and the restaurant fell into a long decline.
You seem to know a lot about CDs.
Well, a long time ago, let's just say we have a close history and leave it at that.
Fine by me. All I need to know is that if I can find this spice, the restaurant should start bringing in customers.
Yes, exactly. The problem is the spice is not easy to find. In fact, the only way to acquire it would be to defeat certain monsters. Such a shame. All for want of a single spice, his restaurant is failing. He has the recipe for success, he just needs the final ingredient.
Civet musk. Civet musk, CD's special ingredient, can be obtained from the beast Schrodinger in Central Avenue. Defeat the monster and show Gordon Gourmet the item.
So it turns out this civet musk is a precious commodity. Why don't you let Gordon Gourmet know you have some? He can tell you what to do next.
Oh wait, I already have it? Oh. Also at 6 a.m. we're gonna get sucked back up into the Ark.
I'd recognize that fragrance anywhere. You found civet musk. Thank you indeed. It's very kind what you're doing. CD's is lucky to have you on its side.
Why are you thanking me? If anyone should be grateful, it's me, and the owner of CD's, for all of your helpful advice.
Oh, quite so. When you put it that way, of course you're right. I just get caught up in a project and start thinking it's my own restaurant I'm saving. But back to business. Here, I developed this new and original recipe. I want you to take it back to CD's together with the civet musk you acquired. The owner will be waiting anxiously for you.
So, you still don't want to meet him yourself?
I'm afraid that won't happen.
I remember why.
Again.
Any guesses as to why he doesn't want to meet him?
Wishing him and CD's the very best. Please tell him that whatever happens, I'll be praying for his success.
Lightning, are you thinking what I'm thinking? Do you remember what the owner of CD's told us when we met?
You mean the story about his son that ran away from home when the restaurant started struggling? Great minds, Hope. We've both been thinking that maybe this son of his went on to become a famous food expert.
And that's why Gordon won't meet CD's owner. But he still clearly wants to help out. Let's take the civet musk and recipe to CD's.
Gordon Gourmet created a new recipe for you. You should make it with this civet musk. Do that and you'll be able to save your restaurant. At least, that's what he said.
Why, thank you! This is wonderful! How can I ever repay you? This is incredible! Everything is here in black and white! A groundbreaking dish! I'd never have thought to do half the things in this recipe. The genius of Gordon Gourmet oozes from every word.
Notice anything else?
About the recipe? No, not particularly. It's well organized, written in a clear hand. Wait. This handwriting, it looks strangely familiar. Yes, I've seen it before. These swirls, these bold loops. Could it be?
I think so. It turns out Gordon Gourmet has a secret identity. He's your long-lost...
She's told him?
Yes. And you're sure it was him who created this wonderful recipe? But more importantly, he's in this town. Is he happy?
You have nothing to worry about. He's doing great. Except, I'm really sorry, but I don't think he wants to see you again. I can't tell you where he is.
But why? Yes, we quarreled when he left, but that was a long time ago. Is he still angry at me?
Do you have a message for him? I can make sure he gets it.
Well, how about this? I'm gonna make his dish, just like the recipe lays out. Would you be so good as to deliver it to him? At the very least, I want him to try it. Truth be told, what I really want to tell him is to come back to CD's and work with me. Perhaps if he knew that I still haven't lost my touch. Would that be enough to entice him back? I don't know.
I don't think words alone will do it, but if he tries your dish and likes it, that might be enough for him.
And there it is, finished at last. Here, please, I want you to be the first to taste it.
All right. I'm feeling hungry anyway.
The delicious dish restores all your HP, which is already full.
Wow. This might be the most delicious thing I've ever had in my entire life. Really, it's incredible.
Why, thank you.
Although all the credit must go to my son, it was his doing. Here, I've made enough for one more. I've asked you for many favors, but would you do this last thing for me?
Sure. I'll take it to Gordon Gourmet.
I did not like this outfit from that, like, above angle.
It's Gordon Gourmet. He's visiting the banquet of the Lord.
I thought she meant he was, like, right there, but no, he's still on the other side of town. Will we be able to run all the way back before 6? I'm not sure.
Here at the banquet of the Lord, we are happy to welcome and treat all of our customers.
Oh, do I smell what I think I smell? I do, don't I? That must be my recipe.
Yes, the owner at Seedy's insisted that I bring you a portion so you could taste it for yourself.
I see. Well, then... Oh, yes. A perfect balance of fuzzy mutton and civet musk. The palate sings. It's a microcosm of culinary delight. A theme park of olfactory and gustatory attractions. And if you think that's hyperbole, I've only just begun. This is even better than I imagined. I always knew he was a skilled chef, but this...
So, why don't you go back there and help him out again in the kitchen?
Go back? What do you mean? I've never... Oh, all right. Oh, the cat's out of the bag. You've somehow figured it out. What my true identity is. Yes, I admit it. I am indeed the son of the owner of Seedy's restaurant. It was a long time ago, but one day we quarreled, and I left the shop vowing never to return. We fought over cooking, you see. But even after I left, I vowed that one day I would rebuild the restaurant. That's what started me on my journey to becoming Gordon Gourmet. Since then, I devoted every waking hour to learning about the culinary arts. After many years of study, I finally had an epiphany. I realized what Seedy's restaurant needed to regain its former glory.
You had a falling out because of the menu? But when your father saw your recipe, he was thrilled. All he could talk about was how he dreamed of you coming back. So the two of you could run the restaurant together, just like old times.
So he recognizes my ability. Oh, but it's too late. I can't go back now. The fact is, I abandoned him in the restaurant when times were tough. I'm ashamed of what I did. I can't face him again.
You mustn't feel that way, my son.
Father, how did you find me?
My apologies to the young lady, but I wanted to see you. I followed her after she left the shop. What do you say? Let's start over. You set out on your own, did things your own way, stayed true to yourself, working hard to achieve your dreams. And now look what you can do. The recipe that you created was amazing. I've never seen the likes of it before. What can I say except that I am proud of you?
But Father, I left you.
Not in my wildest dreams could I have conceived of such a dish. Indeed, if you had given it to me back then, I doubt I would have recognized its greatness. But worse, I wouldn't have believed you could be capable of such a thing. I always underestimated you, my son. For that, you have my sincere apologies.
It's all right. And for what it's worth, I'm sorry for abandoning you and the restaurant when you were struggling to keep it going.
Looks like you two have made up.
Yes.
Now let's get to it, shall we?
Such a quick yes.
We'll make Seedy's a success again!
Chef's hat.
That went well. A microcosm of culinary delight, did he say? That sounds rather tasty to me. Was it as good as he said?
Want me to pick you up some takeout?
You know what I'd prefer over that? If sometime you made me one of your specialty dishes.
I haven't spent much time in kitchens, but if you want something off a campfire grill, maybe I could rustle something up. I was never as good a cook as Sarah, but I have been told that I grill a pretty mean behemoth steak.
you're in the market for something dependable, then you need our shop.
Why don't we go work with the
Wait, what happened to those dudes? They just went home. They must be back at their restaurant. We can go check. We only have 15 minutes before we have to go back.
Light, you have to be in the Ark at 6 o'clock every morning to regulate the time distortion.
No, they're over here.
Try a concentrated microcosm of culinary delight.
See? He's right here. Try a concentrated microcosm of culinary delight, and CD's over here.
Running a restaurant is hard work. You have to pay attention to the business side of things, not just the kitchen.
Welcome, Lightning. We have a special menu just for you. What will you have? Come again.
Yeah, they're right here. I didn't see them disappear. Oh, they... What that was is that their souls were coming to me so I could save them because I gave them faith. Alright, it's 6 a.m. The 4th day is over. It is time to return to the Ark.
Sarah, it won't be long now. I'm coming home soon, aren't I?
No, wait!
A reminder from Benefelsa. It was just a mirage. God didn't want me to forget the bait he dangled in front of me when he asked me to be the savior. But the moment I realized that, I became aware of something else too. When I looked into Sarah's face, when I heard her voice and when I saw the promise of her return, I should have felt something, a surge of joy or warmth. But instead, I felt nothing inside. And strangely, I didn't care.
Bum, bum, bum. Day 5, 8 days till the end.
Nice work, Light.
Give it up for day 5. The EP ability Esunada has been unlocked.
Light, I lost contact with you again while you were being teleported. Did you notice anything abnormal?
It was just for a second, but I saw Sarah. I guess I must be doing something right. God decided to give me a little taste of my final reward.
You don't sound very pleased.
Ever since I woke up as the savior, I haven't felt much of anything.
I think it's because you've been made something more than human, something almost divine.
Wait, what do you mean?
The savior is God's chosen servant. The Aradia is your life force now. It's the light of God himself inside every cell of your being. What I'm saying is, it's as if you're turning into a god yourself.
And when does that stop? When the end comes, will I be sitting up there in heaven with Benefelsa himself? Not the future I want.
Lightning said, being an angel's boring. Alright, I think that this is it. It's been 2 hours. Exactly. So, I'm gonna save. Thanks to everyone for tuning in. I have a couple streams I need to do. from the viewer redeemed games. I still have to play Yakuza 0. I still have to play Sea of Thieves, and I still have to play Style Savvy. So I will get around to those. I just didn't have time to setting those up today. So, I'm just gonna save one more time because, you know. So, good night, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you have a good week.